Hello, and welcome back to English Learning Podcast. I'm Alex, your English teacher, and today we have something truly special for you. Today, I want to tell you about someone extraordinary. Someone who looked at the impossible and said, "I will make it possible." Someone who started with almost nothing and built an empire that reaches beyond our planet. His name is Elon Musk. But this is not just a story about becoming rich. No, this is much more than that. This is a story about vision, about determination, about refusing to accept limitations. By the end of this lesson, you will learn important English vocabulary. You will practice your listening skills. And most importantly, you will discover powerful life lessons that can inspire your own journey. So get comfortable. Focus on my voice. Let's begin this incredible story together. Our story begins in 1971. In a country called South Africa. This is where Elon Musk was born, in a city named Pretoria. Now, imagine a young boy. A boy who is very different from other children. While other kids play outside, this boy sits inside reading books. Not just one or two books. Hundreds of books. Thousands of books. By the time Elon was 10 years old, he had already read the complete Encyclopedia Britannica. An encyclopedia is a collection of knowledge about everything in the world. Most adults never read the entire encyclopedia. But Elon did at age 10. He especially loved science fiction. Science fiction stories are about the future, about space, travel, about advanced technology. These books filled his mind with incredible possibilities. But let me tell you something important. Elon's childhood was not happy. It was actually quite difficult and painful. At school, larger boys picked on him. They teased him, they pushed him. This is called bullying. One terrible day, several boys attacked him so violently that he needed medical treatment at the hospital. He could barely breathe for weeks afterward. At home, his parents separated when he was just 9 years old. His family situation became complicated and emotionally painful. These were hard times for a sensitive young boy. But here is what's interesting. These painful experiences did not destroy Elon. Instead, they built something inside him. They built determination. They built strength. They built hunger for something better. When Elon was 12 years old, something remarkable happened. He discovered computers. Remember, this was the early 1980s. Personal computers were brand new. Most families did not own one, but Elon became obsessed. He taught himself computer programming completely on his own. He read programming manuals. He practiced for hours and hours. And then, at just 12 years old, he created his first video game. He called it Blastar. And you know what? He sold that game to a computer magazine for $500. This was his very first business transaction, his first taste of entrepreneurship. This moment was important because it showed Elon something crucial. It showed him that he could create things. He could build things that people would pay for. He could turn ideas into reality. As Elon grew older, he developed a clear vision. He needed to leave South Africa. He needed to go somewhere with more opportunities. Somewhere he could pursue his ambitious dreams. Where did he want to go? America. The United States of America. Why America? Because in Elon's mind, America was the land of innovation, the land of technology, the land where impossible dreams could become real achievements. But getting to America was not simple or easy. Asterisk at age 17, Elon first moved to Canada. His mother had been born in Canada, which meant he could become a Canadian citizen. From Canada, he could eventually reach the United States. When Elon arrived in Canada, he had very little money. He needed to work. So he took whatever jobs he could find, no matter how difficult or unpleasant. He cleaned out industrial boilers. This means he went inside large, dirty machines that heat water and cleaned them. It was hot, dirty, and sometimes dangerous work. He worked on farms, cutting down trees with chainsaws and doing heavy labor. He did these hard jobs to survive, to earn enough money to eat, and to continue his education. Eventually, Elon enrolled at Queen's University in Canada. Later, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States. Finally, he had reached America at the University of Pennsylvania. He studied two subjects, physics and business economics. Physics is the science of how the universe works. Economics is the study of money and resources. These two fields together gave Elon a unique perspective. He understood both the technical side of creating things and the business side of making companies successful. After finishing his undergraduate degree, Elon was accepted into a prestigious doctoral program at Stanford University in California. This is one of the best universities in the entire world. But here is where the story takes an unexpected turn. Elon attended Stanford for exactly 2 days. Then he quit. Why would someone quit one of the world's best universities after just 2 days? Because Elon saw something happening. He saw the internet starting to explode. It was 1995, and the internet was beginning to change everything about how people communicated, how they did business, how they lived their lives. Elon realized something important. If he stayed in school for 6 more years studying, he would miss this incredible opportunity. The internet revolution was happening right now, and he wanted to be part of it. So he made a bold decision. He dropped out of Stanford and decided to start his own company. Together with his brother Kimball, Elon founded a company called Zip2. This company helped newspapers create online city guides. Back then, most newspapers had no idea how to use the internet. Zip2 helped them move into the digital world. Starting this company was incredibly challenging. Elon and his brother worked constantly. They had so little money that they could not afford to rent an apartment. Where did they sleep? In the office. They worked all day, and then they slept on the floor at night. They could not afford a shower at home because they had no home. They went to a local gym and showered there. They ate cheap food. They had almost no money, but they had determination. They had vision. And they had an unbreakable work ethic. Slowly, gradually, the company began to grow. Customers started noticing them. Investors started believing in them. Then, in 1999, something amazing happened. A large computer company called Compaq bought Zip2 for $307 million. Elon was 27 years old, and suddenly he was a millionaire. His share of the sale was $22 million. Asterisk. Now, most people in this situation would celebrate. They would buy a big house. They would buy expensive cars. They would enjoy life and relax. But Elon did something completely different. He immediately invested $10 million of his own money into his next company. This company was originally called X.com. It was an online financial services and payment company. Later, X.com merged with another company and changed its name to something you probably recognize. PayPal. PayPal revolutionized how people send money online. Before PayPal, sending money through the internet was complicated and scary. People did not trust it. PayPal made it simple, safe, and convenient. The company grew rapidly. It became the preferred payment method for eBay and millions of other users. In 2002, the online auction company eBay purchased PayPal for $1.5 billion. Elon's share, approximately $180 million. At age 31, Elon Musk had achieved what most people only dream about. He was wealthy beyond imagination. But wealth was never his ultimate goal. Money was just a tool. A tool to build something much bigger. And what Elon did next shocked everyone who knew him. In 2002, Elon founded a company with an outrageous goal. A goal that seemed completely impossible. He called the company Space Exploration Technologies, or SpaceX for short. The goal? To make humanity a multi-planetary species. To enable human beings to live on other planets, starting with Mars. When Elon told people about this plan, they thought he was joking. Or worse, they thought he was crazy. Why did people think this was impossible? Because space exploration had always been done by governments, not private companies. Building rockets required billions of dollars. The technology was incredibly complex. The risks were enormous, but Elon saw something that others missed. He saw that rocket technology had not improved in decades. Rockets were still expensive because they were thrown away after every single use. Imagine if you had to throw away your airplane after every flight. That is how rockets worked. Elon believed he could change this. He believed he could build reusable rockets that would dramatically reduce the cost of space travel. So he invested $100 million of his own money into space. $100 million. Think about that. And then, disaster after disaster happened. The first rocket launch in 2006. It failed. The rocket exploded shortly after takeoff. The second launch in 2007 failed again. Another explosion. The third launch in 2008 failed. Another explosion. Each rocket cost tens of millions of dollars. With each failure, Elon was burning. Through his fortune, money was disappearing rapidly. SpaceX was running out of funds. The company was on the edge of bankruptcy. Bankruptcy means having no money left and being forced to close the business. But the problems did not stop there. The year 2008 was the worst year of Elon Musk's life, and I want you to really understand how difficult this moment was, at the same time that SpaceX was failing. Another company Elon had invested in was also in serious trouble. That company was Tesla. Tesla was trying to build electric cars, but in 2008, almost nobody wanted electric cars. They were seen as slow, boring, and impractical. Tesla was losing money every single day. The company was also heading toward bankruptcy. The global financial crisis hit. In 2008, this was when the entire world economy almost collapsed. Banks were failing. Companies were going bankrupt everywhere. It was the worst economic disaster. Since the Great Depression of the 1930s, Elon was also going through a painful personal divorce. His marriage was ending. His personal life was falling apart. Think about this situation. SpaceX had failed 3 times and had money for only one more rocket launch. Tesla was running out of money and was about to collapse. The world economy was crashing. And Elon's personal life was in chaos. What would you do in this situation? Most people would quit. Most people would sell whatever they could and try to save themselves. But Elon made a different choice. He took his remaining money and split it between SpaceX and Tesla. He decided to try to save both companies. Even though saving both seemed impossible, then came the moment that would determine everything. September 28, 2008, the fourth SpaceX rocket stood on the launch pad. This was it, the last chance. If this rocket failed, SpaceX was finished. And if SpaceX died, Tesla would probably die too. Elon stood there watching. His entire future depended on the next few minutes. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launched the rocket, lifted off, and it worked. It reached orbit successfully, for the first time ever. A private company had successfully launched a rocket into space. Elon had done the impossible. NASA noticed. They were impressed. Soon after, NASA awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract to deliver supplies to the International Space Station. SpaceX was saved. Tesla barely survived too, but it did survive. The company eventually launched the Model S sedan, which became one of the most successful electric vehicles ever made. Elon Musk had bet everything and won. After surviving 2008, Elon did not slow down. He accelerated. SpaceX continued achieving incredible milestones. In 2012, it became the first private company to send a spacecraft to the International Space Station. In 2015, SpaceX successfully landed a rocket vertically for the first time, proving that rockets could be reused. Today, SpaceX launches are routine. The company has dramatically reduced the cost of reaching space, and Elon's dream of reaching Mars is getting closer every year. Tesla became the most valuable automobile company in the world. Electric vehicles are now mainstream, largely because of Tesla's success. But Elon did not stop there. He founded or co-founded several other companies. Neuralink, which is developing technology to connect human brains directly to computers. The Boring Company, which builds underground transportation, tunnels to solve traffic problems, and he contributed to artificial intelligence research through various initiatives. Each of these companies works toward Elon's original goals: advancing human civilization and protecting humanity's future. So what can we learn from Elon Musk's incredible journey? First, think bigger than you believe is possible. Elon did not just want to start a company. He wanted to make humanity multiplanetary. Dream impossible dreams. Second, be willing to risk everything for what you believe in. Elon bet his entire fortune multiple times. True belief requires courage. Third, failure is part of the process. 3 rockets exploded before one succeeded. Failure is not the end. It is information. It teaches you what to do differently next time. Fourth, work harder than everyone else. Elon works 80 to 100 hours per week. There is no shortcut to extraordinary achievement. And finally, money is not the goal. It is the tool. Elon could have retired wealthy at age 30. Instead, he used his money to build the future he imagined. Thank you for listening to this story on English Learning Podcast. Remember, your English improves with every lesson you complete. Keep listening, keep practicing, keep learning. If this story inspired you, please listen to our other episodes. We have many more amazing stories to help you learn English and discover incredible people. Until next time, keep dreaming big. Goodbye.